If he goes b4 or move like that, I can drop back all the way to f8. He could play something like knight f6 and knight takes h7, but that does strike me as excessively greedy. So I have a feeling I shouldn't be concerned about it. Curious what he wants after bishop f8. Probably something like f4, trying to break up the center. But I thought I can then play king d6, target this knight, and if king takes e5, my king might look a little funny in the middle of the board. But it also has its pluses there. I could just have taken on d5 and then bishop takes b4, but that didn't look as ambitious. And since he's down a bit on the clock, I'm trying to keep matters a bit more complicated here, which I might very well regret. Here we go, that's the line I was talking about. f4, king d6, and I couldn't see anything too troublesome. But that doesn't mean all that much. Now he goes knight f6, interesting. I'm gonna ask this knight where it intends to go. If he takes on h7, the knight could very well get caught there after something like f6, so that looks risky. And after takes. He goes knight h5, but now I should be better. I can take this pawn. I don't really see all that much compensation for it. Knight f4, fair enough. Oh, I gotta stop blundering knight forks, note to self. So I'll start putting my pieces on covered squares, because I almost blundered knight to d3 there, which would have been very unfortunate. I'll be greedy, true to my style. Take this guy and hope for the best. I don't really see any checkmates happening to me. So I'll push my a-pawn up the board and hope it can run. He's trying his best to confuse matters. I don't like confusion. Don't confuse me, sir. Wants to go g4. I'm not sure how concerned I should be about it, but I'm a little concerned, so I'm going to go bishop e6, g4. I'll probably let him take on f5 and then go something like bishop to d5. Just not to get into any hot waters here. I feel like I've lost the thread a little bit. I should still be better, but not the smoothest conversion that mankind has ever seen, because now my king is on a bit of a funny square and he's starting to jump around, which I don't enjoy. Let's try to distract him by pinning and blundering knight g4 check. Yay me! Way to mess up a winning position. But okay, game ain't over yet. I still have Mr. A-pawn. Hoping for some tricks. Let's see if they work. That's my trick. Planning to give a check. Oh. I am too slow. That's just sad, but kudos to him. He played much faster than me in the end. And let's have a rematch. Man, I really gotta work on my mouse skills. Gotta challenge him again. That was kind of unnecessary. Ah, slow. Oh boy, didn't need that one. This is a race to 5 points in case you're wondering. So I'm down 1-0, which makes the race a lot harder. He starts with g6, bit of a surprise. I was expecting the good old Slav, but let's see what he has up his sleeve. c5, he's trying to play weird openings, probably afraid of my non-existent preparation. Fair enough. I can't decide if I want to go d5, which is sort of the principled move, or e4, but I'll go with d5 for now. And this is a line I've never seen in my life. No idea if it's good or bad or ugly. Me, I'm simple-minded. I'm gonna grab the pawn. And it looks like we've transposed to more or less a mainline Benko here, with his knight still being on g8. I'm not sure how much of a difference that makes. I hope not too big a difference, but I could well be wrong. Let's see if there's any subtleties connected to it. He leaves the knight on g8 for now, but no, now he goes knight f6. And we are back into Benko territory. I'm not an expert on this line. I do know that they go queen e2 followed by a4 quickly, and then hope for the best. We'll see what John plans to do about it. Queen b6, I believe I'm supposed to go a4. And then put a knight into b5. That's pretty much the amount of my knowledge about this line. But it's a sensible enough plan. So I hope it works out. Rook fb8, am I supposed to jump immediately? I would guess so. I'm wondering about queen takes b5 here actually, but it looks ridiculous. So I'll not worry about it unduly. Now the standard plan would be to go knight e8, intending knight to c7. If knight e8, I hope I can bother him a little bit with bishop g5. I'm not sure if that hope is justified, but it looks logical, targeting e7 and see what he does. King f8, planning knight c7 once again. I think I'm gonna try to transfer my other knight towards the queen side, put it on c4. So he's gonna go knight c7, I'm gonna go knight c4, something like queen to b7. Then I'm gonna have to think. Not my forte, as we know. Bishop b2 doesn't work because of knight c4. So, yeah, he goes knight c7, which is natural. I jump here, queen b7 looks forced. Now I'm going to have to decide on what to do. Even bishop takes e7 I'm mildly tempted by, but not tempting enough to do it, I believe. Could lead to some funny move repetition. Bishop e7, king e7, knight cd6, queen b6, knight c4. Hang on, does this work? I have knight cd6, he has queen a6, which could be a problem. It's tempting, but no, not gonna be able to do it. Very tempting. Time to be practical. Which used to be my strength, now it's my weakness. I really can't decide on any moves ever. But what to do. I'll push the a-pawn and hope for the best. Gotta speed up a little. I shouldn't lose every game on time. That would disappoint. Mainly me, but I hate to disappoint myself. As for the position, I'm not sure what's going on. I believe I should be better, but he has his typical Volga play. on these two open files, so things are by no means clear. I'll go here, offer this exchange. I'm not sure if he should take, because my a-pawn will remain a nuisance. And see how it goes. Probably should take. He would get his own passed c-pawn then too. Not 100% sure. He does take, no surprises. And knight e5, fair enough as well. I'm gonna try to keep my further advanced a-pawn, of course. So I'll go back. Maybe I should have taken first, not sure. But no longer time for subtleties. Queen b7 looks like a good move here. There he goes. And I guess I should avoid the exchange of knights. I think I'm better now. I have some initiative going on the queen side, some threats like knight d7 check. But we've only just begun. Yeah, I couldn't see anything better than this move either. But I still have to find a way to end this. Probably just keep improving my pieces for now. Something's gonna give. Not sure about queen b5. There were probably better moves. Maybe f4 was just winning. I was gonna go f4, but then I changed my mind and decided to threaten it. Which now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm picking up the knight. Which would be good news. Knight is a knight. Oh, I missed bishop h6. Very resourceful, this guy. But if I just go away, the knight is still kind of trapped, isn't it? And he resigns. Yeah, that knight was a goner. So I managed to level the scores, which is good news. Chess-wise, I'm feeling good, but I really gotta speed up. Let's see if he wants to discuss this opening again. I think I'm gonna change just for variety's sake and play g6 this time around. Which is a line that's popular at the highest level. Here after e5, normally they go c4, pawn takes. An alternative is to play d3 followed by e4. Not sure what he has in mind. We'll find out. Go c4. Now, my plan is to get my pieces out, go knight c6, knight e7, short castles, h6, all that good stuff, and then have a look around. Bishop g5, interesting move. Not sure what's that about. In general, I don't mind if I have to play f6. So I was a bit curious if he wants to immediately take on e7. He doesn't. He's asking for an exchange of bishops, but I think I'm cool with that. If bishop h6, queen d7 or whatever, and I don't think strategically this exchanging the dark squared bishops helps him that much. Knight c3. I believe I might want to force this exchange even by going here. Not sure if this knight belongs on f5. there's always the danger of bad things happening on this long diagonal, something like knight a4. And I have to react to the threat of a knight coming here. Now I could also throw in knight d4, which looks kind of alright. Takes, then b6, or do I want to start with b6? I think I want to start with b6, even though I'm not 100% sure about this decision. It's not tricks, right? No, I don't see tricks. I'm wondering if he can or should go e3. It's a bit double-edged. That would make some sense. He goes rook d1, and I have a feeling this is the time for me to put a knight on d4. Threatening a big check on e2, so he has to exchange once. I'm going to recapture with a knight. Then I have to be careful that nothing too bad happens along this long diagonal. Ah, he doesn't take. He goes knight c3 back. Fair enough. I'll go rook d8, I guess. Maybe he wants to go e3 now, in order not to allow my knight coming back to d4, which is a valid plan. I still think I'm okay. Something like takes, bishop takes, and c5. But then I'm going to have to find out what to do about this dude on f5, which is a little misplaced now. I would expect to move like a3, trying to chip away at my structure with b4, but it looks like he has other plans, and I don't really enjoy my knight being on f5 anymore, so I'll bring it somewhere else. Haven't really decided where yet. Queen b2. Another question is, do I want to exchange light square bishops? And I have a feeling I do. It weakens his king's position slightly, and I could hope about doing something aggressive there one day. Queen e2, fair enough. This queen is well placed on the long diagonal. I think I'm gonna offer it to go into the ending just to see how he reacts. I believe the ending is slightly better for me because of the weakness on d3. So yeah, he correctly refuses that polite invitation. And I'll continue just improving my position a little bit. Question is what to do next. I think exchanging knights is a decent idea. Could go queen f3 pinning me, then I'll go knight b4. Once again, asking him if he wants to go for that endgame. But no, he takes, which makes sense. And yeah, the position is still roughly equal, slightly easier to play for me, because I have some potential pawn breaks with b5 and c4, or b5, a5, a4. Well, white has to stay put for now, but nothing too bad has happened, and I have to be careful about timing the advance of my pawns. Like if I want to go b5, it leaves a weakness on c5. Maybe I want to reshuffle my pieces along the d file a little bit first. And whoa, he goes d4. That's an interesting decision. I could take twice, then he wants to go rook takes, queen takes, and he has a check on e7 in the end. So it's not too bad for him. But I think I'm just gonna take once for now. And then weigh my options. Hang on. This looks ridiculous. I don't see anything great, which is a pity, so I'll go here, but I don't like it. Because now my king is a little weak, and he gets some counterplay. Yeah, I've misplayed this a bit. Should still be kind of okay, but could have done better over the last couple moves for sure. And I'm still traumatized from the first game, so first order of business is Don't lose on time again. I know I'm fast when I'm slow when it comes to the last seconds, so I'm gonna have to try to avoid that. It's the problem with Blitz. I feel like strategically I'm doing alright, even though I've messed around a little bit here. But can I keep up when it comes? When push comes to shove? He's going for deep thought mode here. D5, I can take. I never have to be asked twice about taking a pawn. What's the trick? Don't see it, so I'll take. Hope I'm not blundering one of my rooks, which would be sad. But I haven't seen it. That's a check. Hang on. Ugh, this got messier than I would have liked it to be, but such is life sometimes. Ah, now he can take and go rook c7, which is equal. Ugh, dumb me. That was uncalled for. Should try not to completely mess this up, which I'm well on the road of doing. Yeah, what am I doing? Okay, don't tilt, make some moves. He offers a draw, which I should accept since, yeah, I don't really have any realistic winning chances here. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that was okay, even though with the clock situation and with the position I had earlier, I should have had chances there. Here we go again. 1.5, 1.5. Still no separation. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened in that game. I think I had a comfortable opening and I was just slightly better, but then when he opened the position with d4, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't really better and was a bit of fool's gold. So, not sure what went wrong there. And here's the next game. I'm white again, and I have to think about what I want to do in the opening, even though I think the opening went okay last game. I can't remember if I played one d4 or one knight f3. He sticks to this g6 crap, so I'm gonna change tunes and play good old Pertz. And I go c6, cute. Knight f3, I'm not sure what he wants, maybe d5, yeah. This line can't really claim any expertise, but I played it in my youth when I was like 15, 16, so I am vaguely familiar with it. I guess it's a good line to play for a Scandinavian player. He already has his queen on d8 without losing his customary 2 tempi of going queen takes d5 followed by queen d8, so I can understand why John would be attracted to it. I don't really know much here. I believe white is supposed to be a little better. Knight f6 takes, knight takes, short castles, and make random moves, rook e1, whatever. Not sure what the plan is, but maybe it's a situation that does not yet require any deep planning. and it's more about getting the pieces out, which is what I shall do. Winning by pinning, he's probably gonna go h6, and that pin is not gonna last forever. But I thought it could be useful to provoke h6, just in case later his kingside might turn out to be a little weakened. Now I want to go here. Now that he's played h6, offer the exchange of dark squared bishops. Well, if he avoids it with f6, then these pawns start looking a little funny. Goes b6, fair enough. Tending to put the bishop on b7. I'll keep playing simple chess. Take and put the knight here. Then put my queen somewhere on the king side. Even after queen g4, I'm starting to worry if queen g5 annoys me. I think it does annoy me. So maybe I'll stop here, even though then c5 could be a move. Okay, can't have everything. Not sure about this queen f3 move, looks very funny. c5 I want to take, and then after bc, hope that I'll have the better structure, just go rook 81 or something. But once again, I'm not 100% sure if my play here was all that genius. Actually, I'm reasonably sure it wasn't that genius, because I missed queen g5, which annoys me a little. Not that I'm getting mated or anything, but it scares me. I don't like scares. Because rook b8, slightly more defensive move. And I'm contemplating actually to take on d5, which might be a bit greedy, but interesting. Bishop takes, queen c3. And there is some pawn grabbing potential. I can't resist. This might be a terrible decision, but could not resist. If queen f6, I have knight d7, or so I thought. So he has to play something a little awkward, and I was hoping good things would happen. But what good things that could be, I'm not sure about. Goes queen f6. Sacrificing the exchange, which I think I will grab. Some compensation because his bishop on d5 is a powerhouse, but hard to believe that it fully equalizes, even though I could be wrong. It actually looks like fairly good compensation now that I'm having a closer look. Yeah, I think I was wrong. Good decision by John. Enough counterplay here. I'm going to have to throw one of my hard-earned pawns overboard to activate my rook. I'm not sure if there's going to be enough winning potential left in these positions. Or might be some losing potential if I keep giving him all my pawns. But I'm hoping that my active rooks will prevent that from happening. So that was the plan at least. Let's see if it works out at all. Oh, another thing I kind of missed is that he can go e5 and defend the f7 pawn with his bishop from c4, which is a bit unfortunate as well. Like I was expecting bishop d5, I wanted to go c4. Yeah, he takes if rook b7, e5 seems to keep things more or less under control. So I guess I should at least eliminate some of his pawns first. But now, yeah, I have a feeling I'm not better anymore. I gotta keep an eye on that c pawn as well. Trying to activate my other rook here. Now I might be threatening rook d7, at least that was the thought. I'm also not sure if he can just run with his king, trying to support his c pawn, give me that f7 pawn, but I guess we'll find out. He goes bishop b3, tending to play e5 once again. And if I go here, then c4, at least I have rook d7. So let's see how he reacts. He might just queen my c-pawn while I'm going after his c-pawn, while I'm going after that, whatever we call the f7 pawn. But I don't have a better plan for now. Yeah, we keep doing this little dance. e5, what do I do now? Honestly don't know, so I will make a very random move. A terrible move too. What am I doing? I'm messing up. Should try to get one of these pawns somehow. I guess he's thinking about e3 and if takes bishop to d5, which is a very valid thought actually. I guess I have to take, I don't see anything better. Yeah, blundered e3. Now I gotta take and then take this, but yeah, I'm not better here with his active rook, even though his bishop is a little vulnerable. So let's see if I can ask it some questions. Now I have rook d7 or king e2. King e2, bishop e4, rook e5. Looks like some questions. Yeah, I think he got his pieces tangled up, which is good news for me. Because of bishop f5 I'll take. That's the point. That was very back and forth. And he resigns, which gives me the lead. 2.5, 1.5. But still only halfway there. Drama. Not clean games, but I have a feeling I'm playing decently. Like losing that first game on time, of course, was ridiculous. But what can you do? I'm gonna have to rethink my black openings. But for now, if he sticks to this knight f3, g3, I've been getting decent positions, both with d5, c5 and with d5, g6. So nothing wrong in the openings or generally chess-wise. But yeah, losing that first game was a little unnecessary. I'm guessing John is telling his viewers a little good night story. Good night, bad bishop story, that's my favorite. But I'm not sure what he's up to. I went for a bathroom break before this game. No, not before this game, before this match. But sometimes that's the worst thing you can do, and he sticks to this stuff. I'm gonna stick to my guns as well. Like, I didn't mind the opening in the last game, so let's see if he wants to change it. Looks like he doesn't. Alright, here we go again. Knight a3 is also a move here, leading to very similar types of positions. But fundamentally, I believe the black position is pretty sound here. Knight takes e5 might be possible, but I think it's supposed to be okay for black. So we got the same stuff. Let's see if he goes for this bishop g5 maneuver again, which I thought was not too scary. But yeah, he seems to like it. Alright, if that's what you like, sir, I shall not object. Kind of feel like we're cheating our viewers here by repeating the same game over and over again. But I'm sure a deviation is going to come at some point. I might deviate, why not? The problem is for deviating I would have to remember what I did last game, and I don't have a clue. It was something like knight c3, knight f5. Maybe I won't go knight f5 this time around. Big question is where to put the rooks. Yeah, I think I'll go here for a change. If you want them on d8, f8, or somewhere else. Wisdom. d1. I'm also slightly tempted to go knight d4. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but I'm just trying to get a different structure from the one we had last game. If he takes e takes d4, knight e4, b6, and I have a feeling I should be in time to be sort of okay. But I'm not sure, it's a lot more committal than what I played last game. If you want to be equal, bishop h3, bishop g4, or knight f5 are probably more reliable. So reliable moves. Once again, he does not want to exchange those. And once again, I think that the exchange of bishops is in my favor. Gotta make sure there's no knight b5 in the end. But I do not think that he wants to take and go knight b5, c6. Knight takes a7. It looks a little risky, to put it mildly. Who knows though? No, he goes knight e4, which is a better move. Headed for the c5 square and targeting my poor pawn. Not sure how to react. I think I'll play it a little strangely. Oh yeah, that was horribly strange. Because now he can play d4, which I frankly missed. Goes b4, also legal, but slightly less scary. Yeah, I haven't done this perfectly because I think sooner or later I gotta weaken my position by playing this b6. And now, yeah, still nothing too bad has happened. But I don't like the way this has developed. Because this pawn is a permanent weakness. Yeah, now he goes d4. No, I've messed around a bit here. Okay, time to focus. Can't see anything better than this, which I'm not in love with. But I feel like I gotta kick this knight away before the position opens up on the wrong side of the board. And now, yeah, I'm probably slightly worse. I have this weakness on c7, which he can fix by playing b5. Not a happy camper here. d5. Also interesting, very direct. Feeling my knight should be on, or is that done? Now I'll do it, but yeah, I have a feeling I'm drifting. Ah, and of course, that's where he wants to go. Yeah, that's why I was drifting. Ah. Knight wants to come to e6, and this is trouble, which I missed. Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna have to force the issue before very bad things happen to me. But my position looks terrible. I have a feeling I might be dangerously close to being lost. No, this one I've bungled pretty well. Knight c8 was ridiculous, the position can't have been that bad. But let's not reminisce. Yeah, frankly, I was just going insane. I thought I was winning material here. Steaming! Okay, can I put up any resistance? Probably not, but for now I'll try to centralize my king, hope for the best. But yeah, just looks hopeless, frankly. He can just take, and I don't think I can deal with all these passed pawns. Nah, this looks bad. Looking for any chances, but yeah, it's up to him to finish me off like anything wins. Rook a7, he wants to go. Rook takes d6, which unfortunately is very much good enough. And if knight c8, then rook d8 looks like the end of my dreams. Any hope? Nah. I'll make some more token moves, hoping he goes c8, but now this is totally hopeless and I'll resign in a minute. Yeah, no point playing this on. Good game by him, very bad game by me. 2.5, 2.5. Exciting. Looks like he clicked this window away. Now I'm gonna go challenge him manually. Mr. Bartholomew. What I don't like about that game, it might give him some confidence, because I played terribly, and it's always bad to boost your opponent's confidence, but such things happen. I'm white again. So far I'm okay with how the openings have been going, so I don't feel the urge to change. I could like start some other move orders, but don't really see a reason to. I'll go knight f3 this time around instead of knight c3, which I played last game, just to see if he still wants to go c6. He does, and now I put this knight here. Not that it makes a big difference, but if he goes d5, then maybe I can play c3. Now he goes d6, which is probably a good reaction, and we get some typical Pirt's type of position. Knight on d2 is not ideal, but it's also not the end of the world. You could also argue that playing c6 is not ideal for this variation. Black would prefer to play something with knight c6 and e5. As for theory, I don't have a clue if this has been played or what's normal, but I'll try to get my pieces out. I believe I'm supposed to take here in the structure. If knight takes, take again, put a knight on c4, play b3, see what happens. Takes with the pawn immediately. Not sure if I still want to go knight c4, but yeah, I guess so. It looks very natural. This queen c7. I was expecting queen e7, but maybe c7 is actually better. Keeping it, staying out of this long diagonal where I wanted to bother him. So I think I'll go here. Hope I'm in time for this. Not sure if I'm playing this well. I'm planning to go bishop a3, but you could also make a case for grabbing space instead. b4 followed by a5 might actually have been a smarter choice, because now after knight c5, bishop a3, b6, I'm not 100% sure what's going on. I probably have to take on c5, and I'm not sure about that position. b5, that looks very extreme. Okay. Most natural would be to take and then go knight e3. And I guess he wants bishop to b7. Could just go back and ask him how he plans to defend This move looks too weird though. So takes, knight e3, bishop b7. Could be okay for black, strangely. I can't see anything better than this, but I'm unhappy with it, and yeah. Feels a bit passive. Normally black shouldn't be ready to play b5 there just yet, but maybe it was good timing, I'm not sure. Because yeah, this knight d2, this doesn't feel right. My point is that now I'm attacking this pawn, and I thought he didn't have a convenient way to defend it. But for example, rook b8 as he played, can't be too terrible. I'll go bishop a3, ask him if he wants to go b4 to weaken the c4 square. My best guess is he does not want to weaken that. And then I'll do something else. Maybe go here. I don't know, I could be slightly better positionally, but I could also have mishandled this, who knows. Trying to figure out where to put my pieces. But I don't really know yet, so I'll make a half natural move like queen e2 to hope that makes any sense. I'm hoping he's going to blunder bishop a5 in some line, but I have a feeling he won't. He goes rook e8, he wants to prepare knight c5 without allowing my devious ideas. I'll go here anyway, a bit of a random move, but I couldn't think of anything better. I'm trying to play quickly because I really want to avoid time trouble. Probably the queen should go to c6 when I was intending to play c4, but I haven't really thought of much of a follow-up. He goes to a7, fair enough. I'll still go c4, that was my plan. Not sure if b4 is an issue, but I guess not. The pawn should be too weak there, even though you can defend it with bishop f8. Maybe I was being a little too carefree allowing that. Not sure yet. I have a feeling he should go b4, and I'm not sure what's going on then. He does go b4. That's unfortunate. I think I'll still go here just to distract him that he has to play bishop f8, but things have gone wrong. Again, why do things always go wrong? Bishop c2 is just prophylaxis against knight c5. What I want to do is knight f1, knight e3, knight d5, but I have a feeling it won't be so easy to implement. Knight h5, okay, I don't want any. Knight coming to f4, maybe wants to go to g7, e6 and then d4. And I could maneuver my knight around as well. And I'm not sure who's going to benefit from these mutual jumps. If he goes knight d4, I'm going to take and put my knight on d5, can't be too bad. I think I'm going to put my knight on d5 pretty much no matter what, but he could go for some knight to c5 as well, not sure. One big question is, of course, if this bishop is a weakness or a strength. If it manages to take on b4, I'll book it as a strength. I'm also doing well on the clock, which is nice, but we've seen earlier that that fortune can turn very quickly. Bishop b7, can I go bishop takes b4, or is there a problem with it? Bishop b4, bishop c6, bishop f8, bishop a4, bishop d6, worst case scenario. I'll take. I'm way too greedy not to. He goes knight e5, so he's hoping for long-term play, but I really am very greedy. King takes. Okay, I gotta take care with trickery against my king. So I'll try to go b4 and c5 to block this diagonal. He's trying to activate to the max with d3. Now he wants some tricks with bishop moves rook to d2, which I don't want to happen. I think I can just go here. I can take on e4, but then bishop c2. Let's see if that works. Knight f3, I have rook f3. Seems to work. Yup, and he resigns. More drama. I had 3.5, 2.5 after another tense game. Yeah, which is good that I came back from that last defeat. That was annoying. But of course, nothing decided at all. I'm gonna challenge him. My turn to be black again. I have to think if I wanna start changing opening lines. I wasn't that happy with how things turned out in the last game. But I honestly don't think it's an opening problem. Let's get rid of Mr. Bartholomew's profile. Now I'll repeat the line from the first game. See if he has had time to look it up. Probably not. Should have prepared more openings. I was expecting him to switch somewhere around here. Can't remember if I started with queen d7 or rook c8 last game. Guess it doesn't make a difference. Here we go again. Knight a4 is the best move here, according to the computer, while Sviller took on d5, which I believe is more or less equal. Last game we had h3 when I went rook hd8 and got a good position after h3. d4 also looks fairly plausible. Not sure if I'm gonna deviate or not. Deep thought here. Knight takes d5 is the most natural move, and it can be done. The thinking is then that black can take twice, go king e6, rook d8, and sort of get enough compensation. But even that, arguably, white is a bit better. Pawn is a pawn after all. So we'll see what he comes up with. Goes h3 again. Doesn't learn. I feel like changing. I'm not sure why. Rook hd8 worked pretty well last game, but sometimes you need some change. Even though I'm already regretting my decision, as usual, the minute I do it. Nothing but guilt about my move, but he goes bishop g5 again. Now I could transpose to the last game with rook d8. Which looks fairly decent. Could also remove my king, like king e8 or something, which is typical Grunfeld maneuver, but I really see nothing wrong with this, so curious what he has in mind. knight a4, but then I go bishop e7. As usual, I can't remember what we did last game. I think takes and knight d5, but that must be good for black, so I don't think he's going to repeat that. Knight e4 looks not natural, then bishop to e7, and something, or takes. Is he going to repeat what he did? No, now he goes knight e4. I still don't mind my position. e3, I could go f5. I think I will. Can't be bad to chase this knight away. Yeah, it has to go to d2, and then I have a couple options. d takes e3, or just king e8. It goes to c3, which I actually missed. I'm still not that worried, call me crazy. If king e8 he wants to take and go knight to b5. I could once again go bishop c5 to make the dance complete. But king e8, let's see, takes, knight b5, bishop c5, b4 probably, bishop b6. Something like a4, a6, a5 looks critical. No, it can't be that bad. I don't know, maybe I talked myself into this one a little bit. Or maybe he just wants to go knight e2, but then once again, I do have faith in my two bishops. b4 I'm going to consider taking, I'm not sure yet. Goes b4, don't have much time to consider it. Bishop b4, knight a7, rook somewhere, c7, knight c6. Yeah, that's not great. I could go knight a7, bishop c3, knight c8, bishop a1. That might actually be decent. Rook a1, rook c8. I guess it's around equal. But no, let's play this. Let's keep some tension in the position. a4 is what I expected. Now I want to go here, so I can meet a5 with bishop takes b5. Should probably go knight a3 or move like that, but then, I don't know. It's messy. Bishop e2 followed by d3. Bishop b3 maybe. Goes bishop f1, which I missed. d3 looks principled. The question is, after rook a3, what do I do? But I will address that question should I get to that. Missed that one too. I'm missing too many things now. Time to eat some humble pie, I would guess. Now I'm a tad worse because of my pawn structure in this endgame. Knight b5 is sort of a draw for though. Yeah, here I'm not worse with the opposite color bishops. It's hard to lose such a position. Not better either though, so it is pretty much equal. I guess I should get rid of this pawn before it becomes a liability. Try not to blunder my rook here, which would be nice. Or my king, like both these guys, I would miss if I blundered them. Position has to be equal, but as mentioned, some care has to be taken. Which I might not be taking. Bishop e2, very deep. Is he trying to checkmate me somehow with some rook c6? No, I don't really see any checkmates. Ah, that's what he wants. Okay. I keep missing one move things, which is a bit unfortunate, and I have to stop that at some point. The position is still equal, unfortunately, but this trend that I miss literally one move things is a bit worrying. He offers a draw though, which, being the fair sportsman I am, I'm going to accept. So the score is 4-3 in my favor. And yeah, it keeps being a close race. I'll challenge him to yet another game. And with black, I think I'm still fine out of the opening. But he's asked some questions in the last two games, even though there's a tree line which he's repeating. I think I'm willing to give that one another shot. Anyway, I'm white again. Let's bring up the board, and seems like he's very dedicated to keep discussing these lines. And I sort of like my position in the last game, so I'm gonna repeat that as well. And then try to do better somewhere around here. But what I got out of the opening, I was quite happy with. So yeah, once again, apologies for the very restricted opening menu which we're dealing with here. Last game I played knight c4. Maybe I can be... Nah, but I don't want to allow knight c5 with tempo, really. Can I go b4 or is a5 a prominent? Looks kind of interesting, let's try it. But no, that was a weird move. Don't play weird moves, Jan. You know you're no good when you start playing weird. Yeah, I don't like my opening play this time. I shouldn't have tried to innovate. I think the old plan with b3 to use his bishop on that diagonal was more sensible. Because now he can go bishop f8, which he wants to play anyway, and I might have to block in my own bishop with c3. Which would be very cruel to poor Mr. Bishop. Rook b8, fair enough. Not sure if I want to go knight c4 or not. Maybe bishop c4, just to scare him. I've thought about this forever, and it only occurred to me like very last minute. These are typically horrible moves if you just randomly switch. But it seemed to make some sense to put this bishop on this diagonal. Knight f8. Can I do anything bad here? Probably not. Try to use this knight over here. I don't know. I don't know if I know what I'm doing in this game. I'm sort of messing around with my pieces. Knight g5 is in the air, but it didn't do anything yet last move. And yeah, that's why he tries to stop at h6. I think do I follow suit? Yeah, I'll follow suit, go h3. Just to stop any bishop g4s. And make his development a little harder. Goes knight h5, which is logical. There's knight on f4, of course. I'm not thrilled to see it there, but by itself it can't do that much damage yet. Now he goes bishop e6, offering the exchange of bishops, which I missed. Missing too many easy things. Same old story. And now I'm no longer better. Actually, I have to start thinking a bit about defense, because this knight on f4 is not a pleasant house guest to have. So let's not allow it into my house. I'd love to follow up with king g2, but then I'm very paranoid about c5. I'll play it safe, but a very double-edged decision. Makes sense though, I'm afraid, I have to admit. I was planning to play c3, but then I might have some very loose pieces along the b file, else it's hard to stop his knight from coming to d4. I'll try though. My point is, if knight d4, I can hopefully take on c5 with my rook. And if takes knight d4, then I can take on d4 twice. So that was the train of thought. I missed c4, however, which is unfortunate. Still, c4 slightly undermines his control over the d4 square as well. Can I go here, or is that losing material? Doesn't seem to be losing material. That's all the info I needed. Sharp position. I have a feeling his pawns are a little weaker than mine, which would be good. But I've been slow, so I gotta really start speeding up. Don't want any c3 shenanigans. Queen d8. That's a bad move, but I couldn't think of anything. I'm starting to freak out because I'm so low on time. And it shows in my moves. I've really placed my pieces ridiculously now. Mutual messing around. Sorry, I'm too low on time to give insightful commentary. I have no idea what's going on. I guess it's about equal. f6, I have a check on c7, that much I saw. Yeah, this is just equal. And I allowed this even. Not much to hope for now. Yeah, it's just a draw. I wish I was faster. I keep giving him all these draws when he's down to 19 seconds back and the position is a draw. So No point in continuing any further, really. A lot of draws. Yeah, I blew a white game there, which is a pity. But can't win them all. I've been far from winning them all, actually. Such is life, though. Back to the black pieces. Let's see if he varies from his knight of 3 g3 stuff. Doesn't look like. I'm willing to continue this discussion. If he keeps going for that line... Ah, no, now he varies, which makes a lot of sense. You can play the Benko with tempo up if you're so inclined. And he is so inclined. If I ever check this, I'm going to play the same way as last game and hope that the extra tempo is not gonna kill me. Pawn is a pawn. Queen b3. I've never been a big believer in the Benko, but that's because I am a very, very materialistic person and chess player. So whenever someone gives me that pawn, I think, how bad can things be? But that's probably too simplistic a worldview, and I do understand that there is certain compensation. Just not sure if it's enough. So far, good old making random moves strategy. I'm very paranoid about getting low on time ever since game 1. e3, different approach this time around. Okay, I'll take it. Not sure if he wants knight takes and then try to jump to d5, but that also gives up the d4 square. No, he wants rook takes, fair enough. And this looks like an alright square for my queen at first sight, at the very least. Gotta be a little bit careful that it doesn't get harassed with a knight coming to b3 or to e4. But for now, I'm a pawn up, I have a sound structure, so I think I gotta be doing alright. Queen c3 is sort of asking me to play knight d4. I guess I'll oblige. Thing is to go knight b3 now, exchange these knights. Which is not the end of the world, but can't be too great an achievement for white either. It's maybe thinking about moves like rook a5, but then b5 I think only helps me. Trying to figure out what happens after. Oh, rook e1. Surprise. Any threats? Not sure. Well, rook e5 obviously, but how do we cope with that? Could just go rook e8. Looks a little passive. But I'll do it. For lack of better ideas, mainly. Now he goes knight b3, as sort of expected. I think I'll try to clarify the situation by going b5 before he has time to regroup with queen c3. He could still go queen c3, but then I'm gonna have to think. I have a choice between b4 and maybe b takes c4. I'm not sure which is which. Or even knight d7, even though that looks a little risky. Here we go. bc, rook e5, rook e5, rook b1 check, knight e1. But no, it's gotta be fine. So he probably has to go dc. When once again facing decisions. simplest way to play, which normally I like, because it lowers the odds of me blundering, seems to be this, just targeting this pawn. Yeah, he goes back to defend it. Does this allow knight d5? Looks like it. cd, queen c3. Yeah, I can't see anything strongly opposing that idea. I guess I'm winning in exchange, and he has to play something like, oh, he takes there. How does that work? I don't think that works. If I count it correctly, I'm winning a piece, which would be nice. I do think I counted correctly. And he resigns. I believe that means I won the match. At least the score says 5.5, 3.5. That was exciting. Oof, my heart rate is up. But I think it's over. Very tough match against John. I'll ask him. But yeah, I believe it was a race to 5 and I reached 5.5. So yeah, thanks to John for his match. Check out his commentary. He probably has way better audio than mine. Check out his YouTube channel. And thank you guys for watching. It's been exciting. I like these matches. I should play some more of those in the future because yeah, I don't play that much competitive chess these days. Next tournament coming up is the Thailand Open. So yeah, it feels good to replace it, even though I enjoy my regular Banter Blitzes. It's good to yeah, have a bit more competitive stuff. As for the games, I'm reasonably happy with the way I played. I'm annoyed I lost the first game on time, which was unnecessary. But yeah, I didn't go on tilt after that, and I think I did alright. So thank you guys for watching. Apologies for sound problems, whatever has been going on. Kind of a show without technical issues, it seems, but I hope it was audible. And see you next time. Tomorrow we have a very special show. One of the strongest players from this hemisphere, Niels Grandelius, the Swedish #1, is going to be in Hamburg. He's going to do Banter Blitz together with Fiona Steele Anthony. So check that out if you want to play Niels, get a challenge in against him. Have a look at the shows page. I believe it should be published any moment now if it isn't already. Thanks for watching. I'll go get some well-deserved food. See you next time. Bye-bye.